Hello everyone, I am Dr. K. Annapurna, Associate Professor of ECE Department, VFSTR deemed to be University, Vadlamudi. Our today's topic is logarithmic amplifier. So before going to the logarithmic amplifier design, that is actually in linear ICs and applications, we will see the circuit which performs the logarithm operation. So before going to that, what is logarithmic operation? Okay, already you have done so many problems from your school days. Okay, logarithm is discovered by John Napier of Scotland mathematician in 1614. And logarithm means logo plus arithmetic. Logo means logical or proportional and arith means numbers. It deals with numbers. Okay. First let us see what is that logarithm operation. Basically it is inverse operation of power. Now let us consider log 100 base 10, that is equal to x. Then what is x? So what is x means you have to take inverse operation of logarithm on both sides. So what is the inverse operation of logarithm? It is exponential. And here base 10, so you have to apply 10 power on both sides. So when I apply 10 power here, so log base 10 and 10 power both gets cancels and it results in 100 on the left hand side. And on the right hand side it is 10 power x. So from this, what is x? It is. And where we use these logarithms means when the variables are varying wide range. Already in your ECA lab, you have performed the amplifier frequency response, right? So in amplifier frequency response, the frequencies are starting from 100 Hz to 1 megahertz. Are you able to place them on normal graph sheet? It is not possible. Okay, then we have to go for logarithmic graph sheet, which is able to accommodate all these values on single graph sheet. Okay, we will see anyway. And next, the main application of this logarithm is Richter scale. That is, it is used to find out the intensity of earthquakes. Okay, which is using the logarithmic scale. For example, in India it is 6.0, okay, and US 7.0, and in Japan it is 9.0. You may feel only there is one difference between India and US, and there is only two difference between US and Japan. But they are showing the logarithmic scale. There is a difference of 1 means it is 10 times more. Okay, because it is, this is the actual intensity. This is equal to here 6. In India it is 6. Suppose in US, let it be Y, it is 7. So what is x here? It is 10 power 6 here. Here it is 10 power 7. So 10 power 6 and 10 power 7 means the intensity of US earthquake is 10 times greater than the India's earthquake. Similarly, now can you guess the Japan earthquake with respect to US? It is 100 times. Here it is 10 times. Now what is the intensity of Japan with respect to India? It is 1000 times. But after converting into logarithmic scale, you may feel very less numbers. It is 6, it is 9, okay, very small difference. But in actual numbers, they are differed by very large values. Okay, advantages of logarithm operation. To show wide range of values on the graph sheet. And next, multiplications can be converted into additions and divisions can be converted into subtractions. All of you know, compared to additions, multiplications are little bit complex, and compared to subtractions, divisions are complex. Okay, so because of using these logarithms, we can able to convert multiplications into additions and divisions into subtractions. Okay, first let us see how it is showing wide range of values on single graph sheet. Okay, we are taking our own example. Let us consider this is the frequency response of an amplifier. Okay, starting from 40 Hz to 100 kilohertz we have taken. Okay, are you able to place these values on this normal graph sheet? What scale you have to take? Suppose if I take each 1 unit is equal to 100 Hz. Then it is 200, 300, 400, 500, 600, 700. But here 1K, that is these values we can't place. If your scale is 1000, you can't represent very small values. And even you can't go for these values. That is, when the variable is varying over wide range, we can't accommodate all those values on normal graph sheet. Now let us see the semi-logarithmic graph sheet. Okay, on this graph only you have drawn your frequency response, right? So why it is called semi-log means x-axis is logarithmic scale but y-axis is normal scale. It is semi-logarithm. And here when you are taking the frequencies in logarithmic scale, so gain should be converted into logarithmic scale, that is gain in decibels. If it is voltage gain, then gain in decibels means 20 log AV. What is AV? V0 by Vi. Similarly for current gain also it is 20 log AI. Okay, now let us see how we can accommodate all these frequencies on this semi-log graph sheet. Okay, so first we have to understand this semi-log graph sheet. Here this is 1, 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 this is 1. It will be represented like this. And in between you will have 2, 3, 4 and so on up to 9. Okay, all values like this only. Now if you decide your first value is 10, then next one becomes 100, next one becomes 1000, next one becomes 10 power 4, that is 10,000, next 1 lakh, next 10 lakhs. Now you can able to accommodate all these values. Okay, so 40 means here it is 10 means here 4. So this is 40. Next 70 means here you will get 7 no, so that is 70. Next 100 means this. Next 400 means this is 100 means 200, 300, 400 like that. So this is 400. Next 700. Next 1K, this is 1K, 4K, like that you can able to accommodate up to 100K. So this is 100K. Even some scale is unutilized, that is you can increase up to 10 more fold also. Now see the result. See, these values are placed on logarithmic graph sheet. So the frequency response you got like this. Okay. And next one, multiplications can be converted into additions. So how? Let us see. If you consider the multi-stage amplifier. So multi-stage amplifier means the output of one stage is given to the input of next stage. So the gain of first amplifier we are assuming AV1. Second amplifier AV2, third amplifier AV3, and this is your output, right? Now in multi-stage amplifier, if the gain is given in unitless gain, that is just V0 by Vi ratio, then how do you get the overall gain? This is the formula, product of all individual gains. Now instead of given just ratio gains, if they have given the gains in decibels. Gains in decibels means how we got into decibels? 20 log gain, normal gain, it becomes gain in decibels. That is, we are converting into logarithmic values. You know this formula, right? Log of A into B into C is equal to log A plus log B plus log C. So here already they are converted into decibels means just by adding them you can get the overall gain when the gain is given in decibels. That is, when the gains are converted into logarithmic scale, then just it is addition. And the next one is the divisions can be converted into subtractions. You also know this formula. Okay, log of A by B is equal to log A minus log B. So, and these are the real life examples of logarithmic amplifier. The spacing of guitar frets. Okay, here once if you observe, the spacing between first and second is more compared to 2 and 3, and the spacing between 2 and 3 is more compared to 3 and 4. Like that, the spacing is decreasing from 1 to 9. Okay. In guitar lines also, the spacing will be like this. So the spacing between guitar frets also following the logarithmic scale. And to find the mineral hardness, that measurement instrument is also following the logarithmic scale. And already we have discussed this earthquake, that Richter scale is following the logarithmic scale. And intensities of sounds. Already I think you have heard in decibels, right? So in decibels means already they are in logarithmic scale. Now let us see the circuit diagram which performs this logarithm operation. Okay, so this is the circuit diagram, very simple circuit, and in the feedback part there is a transistor whose base is grounded. When base is grounded, and here this inverting pin is also at virtual ground. Okay, as there is no current flowing into the op amp, non-inverting and inverting will be at the same potential. Here if you observe, non-inverting is given to ground. That means 0 volts. So even inverting pin is not given to ground, it will be at 0 volts. It is called virtual ground. Okay, it is called virtual ground. Now its base is grounded, collector is also grounded, so the transistor acts like just diode. So in the place of this transistor you can place diode also. Then it behaves like logarithmic amplifier. Now let us see the analysis how it is giving you the output as logarithm of input. Okay, so this is our circuit diagram. So it is finally resultant in diode. So all of you know the diode current equation, right? So this is the diode current equation. IA is equal to IS into e power q VBE by kT minus 1. What is Q? Charge of electron. VBE means base emitter voltage of the transistor. K is Boltzmann constant. T is absolute temperature. Okay. So this is the diode current equation, and this IS is reverse saturation current. Emitter current and collector current are approximately equal because base current is negligible current. So IC is also same. If you simplify this, that is, first we are taking this IS to the left hand side, then it becomes IC by IS, and this minus 1 becomes here plus 1. Okay, so this is the resultant after the first level simplification. And IC by IS is very large value. Why it is very large? IC is in milliamperes, IS is in picoamperes. So 10 power minus 3 by 10 power minus 12 means it results in 10 power 9. So 10 power 9 is very large compared to 1. So 10 power 9 plus 1 means it is 10 power 9. So IC by IS plus 1 can be written as IC by IS. Okay. Now by taking logarithm on both sides, because our intention is to get the output expression. Okay, so to eliminate this exponential we are taking logarithm on both sides. Then here Q VBE by KT is equal to, right? So what is VBE then? KT by Q into ln of IC by IS, right? Now from this you got this relation. Now what is I1? So what is input current? Here it is 0 volts means VI by R1. So VI by R1 or RI. Here RI is equal to R1. Okay. So So what you got? VBE is equal to KT by Q into ln IC by IS, and this IC is nothing but this is your IC and this is your II. Both are same currents because no current is here. Okay, so both are same currents, and IC can be written as VI by RI. Okay, so in the place of IC I am substituting this. Then what will be the expression? V0 is equal to minus KT by Q into, why we got minus means till now we got the expression for VBE. What is VBE? This, which is having minus here. What is the relation? V0 is just minus of VBE. V0 means from this node to ground. So what it is? It is minus VBE. That's why you got minus here, KT by Q ln, and in the place of IC it is VI by R1 into IS. Okay, and this R1 into IS, we are taking it as a reference voltage. Then what is the output expression? It is directly proportional to logarithm of VI. Okay, that's why it is called logarithmic amplifier. But there is one drawback. Here the reference should be constant. But here what is the reference? R1 into IS. This IS is the reverse saturation current of the transistor, which doubles for every 10 degrees rise in temperature. So it is not a constant. That is one problem. Okay, V reference should be constant, but it is varying with respect to temperature. So the reference voltage is not maintained constant. That is the only drawback of this circuit. To overcome that problem, we are going for next level. It is logarithmic amplifier with saturation current and temperature compensation. Okay. So here we are giving actual input to the one logarithmic amplifier and reference voltage to the another logarithmic amplifier, and we are giving to the difference amplifier. So while taking difference, what happens? Log of A minus log of B, that IS into R1 term gets cancelled. We will see. And this is for temperature compensation. So see the analysis. What is V01? It is just whatever we have seen in the previous case. Okay. So what is V01? Minus KT by Q into ln of VI by R1 IS. Because here input is VI. Similarly, for this, the input is reference. It is fixed voltage. So, minus KT by Q ln VR by R1 IS. Now, what is this? It is the difference amplifier. Already we have seen it is R2 by R1. In the place of R2, you are having R. In the place of R1 also, you are having R. That means R by R means it is 1. So, it is V02 minus V01. So what is V02? Minus KT by Q into ln VR by R1 IS, and V01 is minus KT by Q ln VI by R1 IS. Now if you take the difference, it is minus of minus, it becomes plus. So actually it becomes difference. So in logarithm, difference means normally it is division. So this R1 IS gets cancels. Actually, the problem with basic logarithmic amplifier is the presence of IS. IS is varying with respect to temperature. It doubles for every 10 degrees rise in temperature. So, that component is now nullified. And your final expression is, that is the final expression of differential amplifier became KT by Q ln VI by VR. It is very much similar to the previous, but whereas in the previous case the reference voltage is I1 IS into R1, but here it is a constant DC supply, so it won't vary with respect to temperature or any other parameter. And next, due to any temperature also it may change. So here temperature compensating resistors, either thermistors or sensistors, will be used to compensate the effect of temperature, because in this expression you are having temperature, right? So if temperature increases, your final output is increasing, but our objective is output should be logarithm of the input into some constants, that becomes the gain. Okay, it should provide constant gain for all values. But here when temperature increases, it is increasing. So to compensate that effect, we are using this temperature sensitive resistor, and usually this is sensistor. If you use sensistor, it is having positive temperature coefficient of resistance. That is, if temperature increases, resistance value increases. So when temperature increases, this T increases as well as this RTC also increases. They get compensate. And finally, the output is some constant times logarithm of the input. So in this way, it is overcoming the both problems. What are the two problems? It should not vary with respect to temperature, and IS is varying very much with respect to temperature, what we have treated as reference voltage. Reference voltage is equal to IS into R1, but reference voltage should be constant, where it was not constant. So here, now the final expression is not varying with respect to temperature, and it is directly proportional to logarithm of the input. Okay. So in this way, it performs the logarithm operation. Okay, this is about the logarithm amplifier. Now let us recollect what you have learned in this class. Logarithm is inverse operation of power. And what are the real life applications of logarithms? Earthquake measurement, sound measurement, and guitar lines, the spacing between guitar lines, all those are the real life examples of logarithmic amplifier. And next, what is the feedback element in logarithmic amplifier? Just now we have seen what is the feedback element. It is transistor, and you can replace with diode also. That is, you can use diode also. What are the problems with basic logarithmic amplifier? There are two problems. One is reference voltage is not constant, which is having the term IS. IS is doubles for every 10 degrees rise in temperature, which is not supposed to be happened. And next one is the expression is having T, directly proportional to T. It should not be happened. Okay, those two are the problems. Which elements are used to compensate the effect of temperature variation? Okay, here we have used sensistor. Which is having positive temperature coefficient of resistance, and it nullified the effect of temperature. Why there is phase shift between input and output? Because we are operating in inverting configuration. Because the actual input is given to the inverting pin, that's why there is a phase shift. Can we use diode in the place of transistor? Yes. How the parameter reverse saturation current removed in the final logarithmic amplifier? By using two logarithmic amplifiers and by taking the difference of those two. So difference means the actual things, it becomes the ratio. So in that way we have removed the IS term. I hope you understand. Thank you.